Welcome to MsAlle Live. Today is going to be a good day, a soulful day, right? So today, sitting down with MsAlle, that'll be me. He's a father, he's a son, he's a lover, he's an entertainer, and he's a soulful singer. And overall, to me, he's the melanin man. Please welcome to MsAlle Live, Creole King. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine.
All right, so some of you may be wondering, how did you get Creole? Well, this is what happened. I am a huge fan, and I'm just looking all on his Instagram and everything, liking. I'm just kidding, I didn't do that. But I do remember you on an old podcast, and I saw you, actually, I think I met you at the Molo.
At Chris Pop's spot.
That's right, Chris Pop. Shout out to both of them. That's so awesome. And you always
amazing artist, by the way, Chris Pop. Amazing host and entertainment, Molo. She's actually in one of my videos.
And both of those individuals, super talented. Let me just say that.
Dope.
Out of this, I mean, like if they're not legends later.
They legendary now to me.
Okay.
Just, that grind and that work ethic, I love it.
Yes, I love it too. So again, just shout out to them. So Creole, my audience, not really familiar with you. Who are you? Who's Creole King?
I think I'm everything you said in my intro. I'm a lover, I'm a father.
That's right.
I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a friend.
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
Yes.
And I definitely believe in diving deep to mine for my art.
Okay.
Just an everyday guy, really. You know what I mean? I'm an average man.
Average.
Yeah. Well, no, I think I'm above average.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna toot my own horn too. I'm above average.
Okay. Because I'm like, what's average?
You know, I'm a everyday guy. I feel things, but I have the ability to express them.
All right, ladies, he has feelings. Know that, okay? So before we really dive into your music, I want to know about your humble beginnings. Most artists have like this humble beginning. I came from living out in my car and crawling on the ground. Not that they say that, but I just made that up. But what is your humble beginning?
I guess my humble beginnings would be the church choir at First Holly Grove Baptist Church in New Orleans.
Okay.
Shout out to First Holly Grove.
Right.
I remember I used to like to make people laugh early on, and that's actually how I started singing, imitating the people at church, imitating people I would see on TV, trying to get a laugh. All it took was for one girl to tell me I sounded good, and I was on.
Okay.
It was over after that. So
when you talk about imitating, what do you mean? Like, because you sing, but
like just doing impersonations.
Okay.
I thought I was a comedian initially, but my first love was drawing.
Oh.
But any way to express what was going on inside.
Nothing wrong with that. So the singing part though, what was the beginning of that? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, my dad was the lead deacon at the church I was in, and they did a male chorus.
Okay.
All right, and like I said, I was already good at impersonating people and things.
Mm-hmm.
So I just happened to be singing at the rehearsal. I wasn't even supposed to be in the choir or anything, the male chorus or whatever. And so I was singing, and I was just clowning, and everybody just turned around and like, "You singing Sunday?"
Right.
Okay. But I was never afraid of a crowd. I was never afraid to be put on stage. I've been being put on stage my whole life for the most part. But I sung Amazing Grace. That was my first song that solo I sung. And I've been moving ever since.
You know what? This whole time you've been talking, I had been listening, I promise. But I learned something about you yesterday.
And what's that?
Are you a twin?
I am a twin.
He's a twin. You see how he did not mention that in his humble beginning? Like, where was the twin?
Hey, he don't mention me in his interviews.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Shout out to J. Henry Jazz, my brother. He's an amazing saxophonist.
Yes.
If you have not heard J. Henry Jazz, you have not heard the saxophone played. Period. Yeah.
It's many of them in New Orleans.
It's like that.
okay. And speaking of your twin, are you thinking about teaming up, having an album coming out?
Actually, yes. We have been planning this for years. It's just his schedule and my schedule. He's also an artist. He's got projects that he's working on. He has his own vision that he's walking out. But we plan to do a project called the Creole Brothers. You know, just to like really blend our styles. We argue like cats and dogs, and I know that it's gonna come out on the record, and I think it's gonna be dope.
I'm sure it's gonna be dope, and I can't wait.
Oh, those is gonna be some classic studio sessions. I'm talking about full on cursing each other out, crying,
Okay.
almost fist fighting.
Okay.
But that's my brother.
And maybe we could get, some background, not background, but, maybe we could video it. That way, you guys can lead us up to the phenomenal album you're going to create.
Absolutely.
Right? So let's talk about music. I love music, and I love good, soulful, free, loving, positive music. And I feel like that's the kind of music that you create.
Yeah.
So I really want to know, and I'm sure my audience wants to know, where's your inspiration when it comes to music other than church?
My inspirations are as varied as the distance between the East and the West. I could be feeling one way one moment and write a song about it. The wind could blow in a different direction and I could write a song about that. And the one thing with me, I don't sit down and say, hey, I'm gonna write a song today. Hey, I'm gonna write 3 songs this week. I don't do that. I consider that pimping my muse. So I don't pimp my muse. I like to let it happen organically. And I always know the good ones because I write them just like that. I'm talking about hooks, verses, like the whole song, just back like that. So, as far as my inspiration, I like to write about love. I don't like to write about sex, actually. Now, I like sex.
That's a good one, though.
But I don't like to write about it. And the reason I don't like to write about it is because it's so easy. Or if I do write about it, I want to be kind of clever with how I say it. Like on one of my songs, the lyric says, if you'll be my private beach, forever I'll be the sea. Together the waves we make will crash in ecstasy. That's sex.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that's, this is what we're doing.
Right.
But
and that's refreshing. We need it. We need it. We have too many lessons on sex, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So some of your songs, actually, was looking on your page once again, just sneaking, just creeping just a little bit. You got to. Why not? And that's what it's for. Exactly. I mean, but why not? It's there. I think it's public. What I want to talk about, anywho, I want to talk about Flower. Well, actually, before we talk about Flower, I want to talk about Miss Iniquity. Did I say that correctly?
You did. You said it correctly.
And from my recollection, Miss Iniquity is the person that your mama warned you about. Please dive right into it, ladies. You're not all perfect, so dive into it.
Well, Miss Iniquity is, I don't think any of us could stay away from it, stay away from her. I don't think any of us can escape her clutches. You know what I mean? She's everything you want and everything you don't need. It's good while you're doing it or whatever, while you're indulging.
Okay.
But the end result could be catastrophic. But it feels so good while you're hurting yourself.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
So could Miss Iniquity be food?
Miss Iniquity could very well be food.
Okay.
You could definitely eat Miss Iniquity.
So it's not just you ladies. It's not just you ladies, but mostly what you just don't need but want. Kind of something like that?
Yes. And not only your mama warned you of it, your daddy warned you of it. Sometimes your pastor warned you of it. Your grandmother. Whoever it is that could tell you, hey, that's not what you want to do. It looked good. It looks so good, but it's no good.
But it's no good. And then, real quick, brief us on Flower. Such a beautiful song.
Flower is actually a true story.
Okay. That means you got to listen.
Flower is like not exhausting the possibility that you could find something amazing somewhere where it shouldn't be. You know what I mean? It's like you're in the desert,
Okay.
but you find the oasis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like being blindfolded in a dark room, looking for a needle in a haystack, and you find it. You know what I mean? It's like this should not be here, but you see it, and you're just amazed at how it persevered to the point to where you find it there. Of all people, you get there and it's there for you. That's fly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. Y'all, we gotta dive into it. We gotta dive into Mr. Creole King, his music. Okay. Now we're just gonna have a little fun. Not
Okay.
that we were not having fun before, but we're just
Okay.
gonna have a little bit more fun. So, I have some quotes from
Okay.
your page. And
Lord, that could be anything.
exactly. No, get it. Here we go. So you said, "I've loved without reciprocation, as some walk without destination in mind." Hold on. Hashtag vulnerability is gangster. Please.
You did your research.
A little bit.
To me, I think there's a missing piece to male R&B, male artistry in general, not just R&B. We have this need to be perceived as tough, as invincible, but we're not invincible. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm not gonna say the right thing. Sometimes I am gonna get hurt. The player has to get played eventually.
I know
You know
that's
what I
right.
mean?
Thank you.
But a lot of times, you know, I just don't think we as men, and you know, not trying to be smoothie doobie or nothing like that, but I just don't think we be comfortable expressing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that hurt me. You know what I mean? And I just think a lot of conflicts that go way too far could be really kind of like curtailed if we would just say, hey, what you said that really hurt me.
Yeah.
You know, and just to me that's gangster because I really did check you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that, I just think being vulnerable, being able to say, hey, I feel a certain way, you know, versus just immediately acquiescing to anger. You know what I mean?
I know that's right, because you don't know how to express yourself. Anywho, but take it from Creole King, okay? Humble yourself. Did I hurt your feelings? I'm sorry. See, ladies, now if a man does that, you gotta humble yourself too.
I am sitting next to a palm tree right now. She throwing shade at somebody.
I'm really not, but I'm just saying though. But you know what? Here's the thing. You are so right. So many, and I don't want to generalize every man, but there are definitely a handful of men that cannot express themselves. And when they do express themselves, you're right, it is angry.
But at the same time, I wasn't born able to just say what I felt. I wasn't born being comfortable enough to say what I felt. You know, to me, you know, we used to say, the term used to be swag. In my opinion, all swag is deliberate movement. I know where the move I make is going to begin, and I know where it's going to end. So I move with a deliberate intention. And to me, when you move with a deliberate intention, then you don't have a problem saying, hey, I'm here, but I want to be here. Hey, I feel like this, but I don't like that I feel like this. You know what I mean? But it takes being able to face the person that you see every morning when you brush your teeth.
No, he's not talking about your baby mama. He's talking about you. Okay, let's move it on. Another quote from you. Last one. Sometimes you're loyal to a fault. Some people don't see your value until they can monetize it. Break it down for it, because we got a lot of people watching right now. Need to hear this. So what?
I am a very, very, very loyal person. And I overlook a lot of signs initially in the connection. And I'm not just speaking in terms of, you know, relationships as far as male, female. Sometimes we're talking about friendships, business partnerships, anything like that. Or so it could be a work partnership or whatever. Sometimes if I genuinely like the person or if I'm genuinely concerned about the person, I will overlook, you know, signs, warning signs that this person ain't really 100 with me.
Guilty.
You know what I mean? And I think when I say some people don't see your value until they can monetize it. You have some people that are gonna ride with you regardless, whether you win or whether you lose. You know what I mean? But you got some people that if they see it's taking longer for you to win than what they thought, they're going to start to kind of like back off and start playing the background on you until you start to look like victory again.
Okay.
Then when you start to look like victory again, they see where they can gain from it. You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, I don't even remember posting that, but I know it's something I said because of the wording.
Exactly. Well, you did say it.
I know.
You did. And I love that. I love that. That's right. We see you on our come up. We see you.
Indeed.
That's right. When
Know
you
that.
get to that Michael Jackson stage.
The sermon is 2020. Know that.
Okay. That's right. Now, you got two good friends. I feel like you're a good friend. Two good friends. They spoke very well. Well, one of them I know spoke very well about you. And so we have Mr.
Somebody you know too?
Yes, I do.
I think I know who you're talking about too. I ain't gonna say that.
Shout out to Mr. Matt Cooper.
Happy birthday, Matt. It's his birthday.
Oh, snap. I didn't check my Facebook. Happy soul day to you. I sing a little bit. A little bit.
Do your thing.
Hold up. Right there. And then, also, we have some guests, some more guests. Also, Travis Starr. Now, he's a star, right?
That's my dude.
He's really, I saw him on his Spotify, his little snippet of the Spotify looking good. He's really, you know, a ladies kind of guy. And I know this interview is about him. I mean, about him. You wish, huh?
It's about you, Star.
It is, but I feel like.
I can't get out of your shadow.
Yeah. But no, these two friends. In fact, I was going to go in with the Travis, but we'll just wait till he gets on MsAlle Live. How about that? But two good friends. What is the motivation between you three? Because you're all out here grinding.
I think it's just a matter of really wanting to see each other win. We all have our own visions as far as things that we want to accomplish for ourselves. But, you know, if we find somewhere within that, find a space where we can help each other, we always do. Like, people may not know it, but Travis Starr owns his own studio. That's his studio. You know what I mean? That's where I record.
Okay.
You know, but, you know, like I said, shout out to Travis Starr, PBN Recording Studio.
That's right.
Shout out to Mad Mike.
Right.
You know, the head engineer over there. Also an awesome artist in his own right.
Okay, and Mr. Matty Matt. We gotta get him on here to play.
There she go.
I'm just saying. Anyway. Last but not least, what advice can you give to upcoming artists, man? Because I know for you, you've been working for some years, grinding for some years.
I've been doing, not to date myself, but I've been doing music for over 20 years. You know, that's the one thing, like I'm a phase person, so I could be 100% in with one thing one day, it never lasts a day. So it could be like for 2 years, and then I'm on a whole nother wave the next 2 years. But the one thing that's always remained constant with me is music, and it's because it's my best way of saying what I feel. Whether it's rapping, because I rhyme too.
Okay.
But whether it's rapping or whether it's singing, you know, just to be able to say, or either poetry, I do it all. You know what I mean? Just to be able to put words to feelings. That's I couldn't imagine myself without having that.
And plus, you have a great voice, so.
I do all right for myself.
I mean, the way you said it was like, yeah, guys, you have that option. Some of you, like me, we don't have that voice, so it's other ways we can express ourselves, okay? With that being said, where can we reach you? Where can we go buy your music?
I'm on all digital media platforms, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, wherever you buy your music, you can find me there. All my social media contacts are at Creole King Music. That's at CreoleKingMusic. Creole King Music.
You'll see it. You see it. That's right.
It's right here.
All right. Right.
Please make sure I'm accurate.
Well, Mr. Creole, I appreciate you sitting down with MsAlle and opening up.
You.
I'm pretty sure many of the viewers are going to love this interview. I'm pretty sure many of you will support him because he's so phenomenal. And when you hear his voice, it's not just a ladies thing. It's an everybody thing. He's soulful. He's loving. He's refreshing. He's exactly what we need today. You know what I mean? All the things that are going on, the wonderful music.
I keep forgetting you talking about me.
Oh, yeah.
That's my fake modesty.
You talking about me? Exactly. Yeah, we're talking about Creole King. Again, thank you for sitting down with Miss
It's all
Allie
good.
live. Again, it's not about me. It's never about me. It's about who? You.
I just want to give a shout out to you, though.
Shout out to me. Shout out to the grind. Keep going no matter what. I stopped in between, but I just kept going. I'm going to keep going. And I appreciate you because you're
Appreciate
part
you.
of this Miss Allie Live building.
I'm glad to be a part of it.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see you at the top. All right. Thank you.